In this video, I'm going to share an energizing practice so you can get your energy up. You can use this instead of reaching for caffeine, instead of doing whatever you do to get energy that's not a natural way. I'm going to show you how you can bring a lot of heat to your body. And once you know how to open up your microcosmic orbit, you can use this practice to actually practice running heated energy through your microcosmic orbit, which is going to show you the basics or the same actions that's needed to experience non-ejaculatory orgasms and full body orgasms. Once you master this, then you're able to do this in the bedroom and experience heightened senses of pleasure without letting any semen go. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nicola Dawes and I help men master their sexual energy so you could become a powerhouse both in and outside the bedroom. Go to the description below, register for Sex Mastery 101. I'm going to be showing you all kinds of cool techniques inside of that training webinar. There's also some links that you could check out to get into some stuff right away. All right, let's do TUMMO breath. The word, this technique actually comes from the Tibetan Yogis, and it's how they would heat themselves up. So if you ever watched videos on yogis who are able to keep themselves in very cold temperatures but keep themselves warm, or if you've ever seen videos of guys putting on like very wet t-shirts and over time they're able to dry it, this is one of the techniques. The word TUMMO literally means fire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna energize your fire. Your fire center, so in the Hindu or the yoga chakra system, comes from the solar plex. In the Taoist systems, it comes from the lower dantian. It's the same center point. If you take your fingers and you put two fingers just below the belly button, and you can imagine like a string going in through the belly button, or below the belly button, excuse me, and out the back, and like through the side. So a cross is being made at the very center of your body, the very center of your being. Right there is the lower dantian or the solar plex chakra. Don't worry so much about the physical location. As you anchor your mind and you practice more, it won't just become a mental exercise, it becomes a tangible feeling. It may feel like heat, it may feel, it's a bit different for everybody in the way they describe it, a sensation. For me, it feels like a little ball of electricity that I can feel like kind of like, an electrical ball kind of, and it's got a surge. The more you practice, the more it becomes tangible and you're really working with your energy in a powerful way. So TUMMO breath is going to be consisted of a few different movements. So I'm going to explain the movements to you, then we'll do a couple rounds together, and you've got this really cool practice to work with. So the first thing is we're going to take 9 energizing breaths, which are called warrior's breath. And so it goes like this. You're going to exhale completely out, and then you're going to begin. 1, 2, 3. So it goes like this. And that's warrior's breath. You could pump it harder. You're taking deep belly breaths. You're breathing into that lower dantian. That's why I showed it to you at the beginning. So keep your mind's awareness in your lower dantian through the whole practice. So you're breathing deeply into the dantian. Clear. In. Clear. When it comes to sexual performance, what you're learning to do is fill your body with energy. In this way, we're using oxygen and we're stimulating your fire center, your power center. And this is going to give you a ton of energy. You're going to feel alive. You're going to feel alert after you do this. What we're going to do is we're going to do 9 warrior's breaths. Then on the 10th breath, so we're going to go 10 and go. You're going to hold and you're going to breathe into your chest. And then you're going to move the air from your chest down to your stomach. So it's going to be up in your chest, and then you're going to, and you're going to drop it down. And again, your mind's eye is going to be in your lower dantian. Then you're going to take your chin, you're going to tuck it down, And then you're gonna squeeze your perineum. So imagine like you're doing a Kegel, you had to go to the washroom, you gotta pee and you need to hold it back. You're gonna squeeze. And what you're doing is creating a power lock. Power locks are what's needed at the beginning. It's how I train in my sexual alchemy course, how to have excuse me, full body orgasms is by doing a power lock and then running the energy up through the spine and up and around the microcosmic orbit. You might get some spit in your throat too. Okay, we're good. So you're gonna use these power locks to actually train yourself, and the stronger your pelvic floor, the stronger your perineum, when you squeeze, it's gonna act like a pump and you're actually gonna shoot energy up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna tuck your chin, squeeze your perineum, and then with full breath in the belly, you're gonna do the TUMMO breath, which imagine like your lips through, okay, this is a bad example, but like if you were smoking a joint, right? And you were like, right, like this, except you're not smoking in, you're blowing out. So you're going, and you're through pursed lips. So I'm gonna exaggerate it so you can get it. But what you wanna do is you wanna do an even long breath. As even as possible. And you actually wanna make it last as long as possible. So let's give it a try. Follow along with me or go at your own pace. It's really simple, but you may have to do it a few times to get all the actions. If you find a difficulty squeezing your perineum and doing the chin lock, forget the perineum squeeze for now. Just do the chin lock and so quickly, 9 warriors breaths. On the 10th breath, you're gonna breathe into the chest. You're gonna drop it down to the stomach, lock your chin, squeeze your perineum, and then blow out evenly through pursed lips. At the end, just relax. Take your awareness. Your awareness should already keep your awareness as best as you can inside of your dantian, but when you're done, just relax and notice how your body feels, okay? We're gonna do 2 rounds. So the first round, we're gonna do it like I just said, and then I'm gonna introduce an added technique to help you open up your microcosmic orbit, which again is the orbit that's needed. It's the main energy channel. When that orbit is open, you're gonna have a ton of energy, inspiration, and that's where you're gonna experience really blissful full body orgasms. And that way you can enjoy a sex life without having to, ejaculate and basically spill all your life force and your power as a man. All right, let's rock and roll. 9 warriors breaths. On the 10th one, breathe in. Down to the stomach, squeeze the perineum, lock the chest, and begin. Now check in with your body. You may notice just a lot of what seems like space or room within inside your body. You may notice a more feeling of being alive, like you've got a tingling sensation running through your body. You may notice nothing at all, and that's fine. Everybody's a bit different, and depending on your level of practice, your fitness, if you've ever done anything like this or before. All right, we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna add a technique. I just wanna put, maybe I should have said this at the beginning, but is if you feel lightheaded in the practice, because sometimes if you've never taken this type of intentional breathing, if you've never done this type of breath work, you may feel lightheaded. Do not do this standing up. It's why I'm sitting on a chair. Make sure you're sitting down while you do it. If you feel lightheaded, like right after, just take your hands, boom, place them on the floor. nothing's gonna happen. You're just working with your breath. But if you're not used to pumping this much oxygen through yourself, you may feel a little bit lightheaded. You also may have like, you know, sometimes depending, again, sometimes guys feel like a little bit like have a kind of a spiritual experience, or just go with it. Notice what you notice and trust the process. All right, so we're gonna do the exact same thing. 9 warriors breath, breathe into the chest, bring the air down to the belly. Awareness is in the dantian. Lock the perineum, lock the chin, through pursed lips, tummo breath. But this time when you're doing tummo breath, imagine now that from the lower dantian, like from that heat center, right, that you are bringing energy up and around. So you can imagine it going down, like down, right down to the perineum, up and back up the spine and around. So to visualize it, you can imagine like steam, like you're cooking steam, right? Like down into the testicles, and you can imagine like a pink steam. Pink is the color of sex. So a pink steam moving up and around the microcosmic orbit. So that's up and around the crown of the head, down and all the way around. All right, to create a full orbit. And in this way, notice if you could feel any sensation, tingling, energy. If it's just mental at first, like you're just imagining it, perfect, it's working. The more you do it, the more you'll actually be able to let the visualization go, and you will literally be tangibly be feeling the tingling, sensation, the energy moving through your body, and that's how you know you're opening up your microcosmic orbit. All right, let's rock and roll. Lock, lock. Check in and see how you feel. Let go of any tension that you may be holding in your face, in your head, in your arms, your chest, your back. Let the stomach go. Any tension that you may be holding in your genital areas, your perineum, your buttocks, anus, and groins. As guys, we tend to hold a lot of tension there. It's one of the things that we need to loosen up. We have to loosen up our groins, our hamstrings, that whole area, and that way energy can flow. Our sex energy can flow. We feel more fluid in the bedroom. You know, we can have some motion and instead of being stiff, but bring motion to it. It actually makes you be able to hit different angles and move your hips in certain ways so that you can bring pleasure to your partner and to yourself. So that's tummo breath. Again, you can use that breath instead of reaching for caffeine or something to get you high or get you through the day. Do a couple rounds of tummo breath. You're gonna notice clarity of mind, get the brain fog, you do some breathing exercises, some tummo breath. You need energy, it's gonna energize you. Now you get the energy and focus. You can do a couple more rounds and continue on with your day. If you want to learn more techniques like this to make semen retention and NoFap lifestyle a very practical, easy thing to do, it's very difficult when you do it just purely by willpower, but when you bring sexual alchemy practices like this into your daily life, you're bringing tremendous amounts of awareness, and you will find it a lot easier to hold your semen for longer periods of time and really let the need of ejaculation go. And you're gonna feel amazing. So go register for Sex Mastery 101. Check out the free ejaculation control guide. There's a really cool routine you can check out. And ask any questions, leave comments, like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.